Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Warren. I am a banker here in London and a property investor across the UK. My goal is to live free and independently from property. So I'm looking for an income of £3,000 per month from property. If that's what you're onto, like, subscribe. That is what my content is all about. Now, T.D. Jakes, Bishop T.D. Jakes, is a bishop who divides opinion in terms of his theology. Say what you want to say about his theology. This is not the purpose of today's video. I really want to react to what he said. Now, this video is from a while back about streams of income and how Christians should approach making money, increasing their income, and to what end. Now, this would apply to you even if you're not a Christian. So if you're atheist, agnostic, Muslim, Hindu, Jew, whatever, what he says, I think, is gold. So I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's react to it. And of course, let me know what you think in the comments below.
For being there, money is not your mission. Money funds your mission, but money is not your mission.
Right, I'm going to pause right there just to begin with. And this is something that I've always believed. Money is a tool. It's a springboard, is what I like to say, that should enable you to achieve your deeper, more meaningful life goals. So whether that's just being more free to spend more time with friends and family, to start your own business, to travel, to help others, whatever, money is a tool. It shouldn't be the goal in and of itself. That's where a lot of people run into trouble when they worship money as opposed to what it enables you to do.
And because you think money is your only mission, if you're not paid correctly, you get frustrated. But your job is only supposed to be one financial stream. It's not supposed to be your only financial stream.
That's good. That's good.
When God set Adam in the Garden of Eden, he gave him 4 different rivers. You ought to have 4 different streams of income that feed you, so you're not just depending on one stream when there are 3 more that ought to be feeding.
Interesting link between the Garden of Eden and 4 rivers, 4 streams, and streams of income. Interesting. But I get what he's trying to say, and I'm sure you do too.
There are some places that God may send you to work where they can't pay you hardly anything at all. But if you got your stream set up, then money won't be your God and it won't control every decision you make. And you won't have to prostitute yourself for the highest bidder all the time.
Jeez! That's good, you know. Not everybody loves their job, right? I am very blessed to be in the industry I'm in, but I wouldn't say I love my job. I don't wake up looking forward to going to work like, oh, I just love what I do. But, you know, that is the case for, I think, most people out there. Let me know in the comment section below if you disagree. In fact, let me know in the comment section, do you love your job? Or do you go to work each day to be able to afford to live? You need money to live in this day and age. But what he's saying is really true. Having multiple streams of income gives you options. So, you know, you don't necessarily have to even work. You might get to a stage in life where you're like, okay, I have streams of income outside of a 9-to-5 job, so I don't even have to work for the next 6 months, 12 months, if I don't want to, you know? Or you might be in a position where, look, I'll work, but I'll work part-time. I'll work for 3-6 months of the year or a few days per week in a job that I love but doesn't pay well, but it's okay because it's supplemented by my other streams of income over here. Do you get the point I'm trying to make?
Increase your revenue streams so that you can separate the money from the mission. I think this is some worthwhile stuff. If I had time, I'd talk about some of the streams that are available to you. Look, when you want to know the streams that are available to you, first of all, you should look at the gifts that you have. If you haven't run out of gifts, you haven't run out of streams. Every gift you have is a stream. Every gift you have is a stream. Don't let people compartmentalize you, because people often want to do this. Once they define that you can do one thing, they want that to be the sum total of everything that you do.
True.
I tell people I'm a preacher, I'm called to preach, I love to preach, but that's not my only gift. So I still want to write a little bit. That's another stream that I want to use. Everywhere I had a gift was a stream.
And if you know anything about TD Jakes, you know that he does a lot of things. He's not just a preacher, as he said. He also, I remember him being on like Kirk Franklin albums back in the day. He delved into music. He writes books. And I'm sure he's done stuff in TV and film. He is a multifaceted, multi-talented person, and he has multiple streams of income. He really understands this. And it's so good to see a preacher preaching that to the congregation, you know, actually encouraging them to be financially savvy and independent.
If you have the ability, David could do business. That was a stream. David could fight battles. That was a stream. David could play instruments. That was a stream. Everything they listed about David became a stream for him. Everything God put in you, when God created you, before you ever even got here, he buried all of these gifts down inside of you so that as you live your life, you could draw from what he put in you. And if you're not out of gifts, you're not out of streams, baby. The job is only one place. Stop expecting your job to fund your vision.
I mean, that is golden, right? If you get nothing else from this video, that's facts. When you're in a job, you're working for the business owner's vision, the person who runs that company or the shareholders. Jobs are never, ever, 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 well, not ever, never say never, but rarely going to be funding your vision. So if your vision is to, I don't know, open a cafe, open a restaurant, go traveling, go do missionary work, your job isn't going to be like, you know what, I really like that. What we're going to do on the side is invest in that so that you're able to transition from this job into that. That's not how jobs work. And that's just the reality of it. You've got to realize that.
Your vision is probably bigger than your paycheck because God wanted you to have 4 streams in your Garden of Eden and not just one. One of them was gold. One of them was...
So look, and this is where, and again, I don't want this to become a video about prosperity gospel, but when you start saying God wants you to have 4 streams of income, that's obviously not true for everyone, right? God doesn't want everybody on earth to have 4 streams of income. Factually, that's just not correct. But I think what you can take from this is that it's a good idea to pursue that, you know, if you want to, especially if you're the type of person who's inclined towards financial independence. And if you're watching this channel, you're probably one of those people, but not everybody is, right? Some people are perfectly happy having one job that pays average and doing that for the rest of their life. And there's nothing wrong with that. God doesn't necessarily want you to have 4 streams of income if you're happy doing what you're doing.
Failure. You've got to diversify your streams or you won't maintain your garden and you'll misuse your mission because you're overly worried about the money. I believe with all of my heart that Christians should come to the point that we are not led by dollars.
Agree.
I don't believe that God sent us in the world to be prostituted, where we have to make every decision based on how much will you give me? How much will you give me? How much will you? There are some things that you ought to do simply because it's in your heart, simply because it's in your spirit, simply because it's your passion, simply because it ignites you, simply because it motivates you. And if you increase your streams...
That's wisdom right there, yeah? So again, like, we live in a capitalist society. You need money to live. So if you have streams of income outside of your job and you don't need to therefore go into work 9 to 5, 5 days a week, you can do what you want. Having money, and this is what we talked about at the beginning of this video, money is a tool. So having money, having streams of income outside of a 9 to 5 job gives you freedom to pursue your vision and your passions.
Talk more about the streams. I'd like to talk about an investment stream in your life so your money's working for you while you sleep. Yeah. I'd like to talk to you about developing extracurricular streams of income that don't eat up all of your time.
That's a good one.
Because your time is premium, and if you have to give up another 8 hours to get it, that's too much. That eats into your life, destroys your happiness, and makes you fatigued.
That's wisdom, right? A big part of financial independence is having more time, okay? Time available so you don't have to spend your 9 to 5 going to work. Time is really one of the key fruits of having financial independence and multiple streams of income.
So as you consider other revenues or streams, consider your time as a premium product because all you have of life is time. Mm-hmm. All you have of life is time. You want to increase your stream without losing all your time. When you look for something that increases your stream without eating up all of your time. Is that okay?
That's good.
Okay? When you look for possible revenue streams, look for your giftings. The greater the gifting, the broader the stream. And look for non-traditional giftings. It doesn't always have to be traditional giftings. One woman made millions of dollars because she had beautiful hands. And somebody saw her hands and wanted to sport their rings on her hands. She didn't have a beautiful body, she didn't have a beautiful face, but people paid her money to put their rings on her hands and photograph her hands.
Shade, she didn't have a good body or a good face. She was about as was average, but she had good hands.
Some people get positions because of their personality. It's not always their education. They just have the kind of personality that represents the company with. Some people get hired because they have a pleasant voice on the phone. Anything you do well is a stream. Don't let people lock you down just because you found one stream. So people always want to say, so she is a beautician, he is a preacher, he is a doctor. You are only limited by your own creativity. When people say this is what you are and you say yes, you have limited yourself to one stream. Could it be possible that there are things in you that I gotta quit? I'm gonna say this real quick. I gotta do the rest of it 11 o'clock. Could it be possible that there are things in you you haven't touched yet? I mean, at any age and stage in life, could some of your frustration be that life hasn't used up your resources? Stop waiting on good stuff to happen to you. If you know you got another stream, identify that stream, market that stream, put that stream out, and don't prosper.
I think as well, you know, in the age we live in, especially with social media, you can have a talent. Like, you know, he talked about having a good personality, you know, immediately makes me think of social media influencers. You know, a lot of influencers aren't necessarily skilled in a particular thing, but they just have really good personalities and people want to follow them. He talked about, you know, stuff like having good hands. Whatever your talent is, in this day and age, especially with technology, it's easier than ever. There's more opportunities than ever to monetize that. So I completely agree with him. You know, this is an older video and a lot of the technology that's available now wasn't available then. You can see how young TD Jakes looks in this video compared to, you know, now his age. But the point is, there's a lot more opportunity even today.
Substitute all your time to use your stream. Because all life is time. And the more of your time you give up, the more of your life you give up, and make sure that the part of your life you give up is worth what you get in return.
Right, I'm going to end it there. That is a great point to end on. I told you this video was good, but yeah, ending it on time, right? The reason why I invest in property is to eventually replace my income so that I don't have to work, so that I have more time. Time is the goal, right? And then from time, you can pursue your vision, your mission, whatever you want to call it, you know, or maybe just live a more comfortable life. I don't plan on just living a more comfortable life. I want to do more. I want to help more people. I want to spend more time with the people that I love. I want to give to more people. That's what I personally want to do. But, you know, everyone's different. So everyone gets a choice on what they do with their time. That is a gift that we get from the Lord, and how we spend our time is up to us, right? But yeah, time is the key, really. It's not about the money. It's not about owning X properties. It's not about the income. It's about the time. So I hope you found some value in this video about, you know, making multiple income streams and what comes off the back of that. Let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. Thanks as always for watching and supporting the channel. Please share it, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.